Welcome, 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 people of life, light, and the dark. Today, I want to talk about Trump. Once again, pulling some dirt out of the swamp as he drains it. So, anti-racism training. We all probably been through it in our jobs, in our careers, uh, uh, dealing with the anti-racism training. So, in this article that I'm sharing with you guys, he's doing a great service to the Black community, whether we know it or not. We're so used to a group of people hiding their hand and at the same time continuing their dirt. But this guy, he is not hiding his hand anymore. He sees that anti-racism does no one any good. Trump is a to-your-face kind of guy. He's not going to hide behind the clouds. I'm not saying I agree with the guy. I'm just saying, kudos to you. It's the greatest thing you probably ever did for the Black community is get rid of the cover-up, the docile, making us docile, rocking us to sleep, and wake us the hell up. It says here, Trump eliminates federal anti-racism training, calling it a sickness. I agree, it is a sickness because the whole point is we're not in a relationship. This is not a relationship for Black people with Caucasian. This is a destruction ship. This is what this is, a destruction ship, not a relationship. Because no one has a relationship. It's a psychotic situation. No one has a relationship with someone who nearly murdered them or tries to attempt to murder them on a constant basis or achieves murdering them. No one forms a relationship like that. If someone hates you, they hate you. And hold on, let me let somebody up. You want to come up? Oh, okay. If somebody hates you, they hate you. We're not the one, it's not up to us to change that person's mind. It's psychotic. And as prisoners of war, those of us who had to endure a lot of the white supremacy, we have been rocked to sleep and made normal a sickness. We have made a sickness normal. It's normal to love someone that you're not in a relationship with and you don't understand what's going on in the situation because we don't have relationships with Caucasian people. That's not a relationship. I go back to my art. There's no justice, reciprocity, harmony. There's nothing. The only thing there is in this destruction ship is them pulling from our energies, them making us sick, them giving us less, treating us less on a constant basis. So anti-racism training really is a waste of time. But there's many who think you need more training. Same with the police officers. Oh, we need more training for the police officers. No, they know what they're doing. They're adults. They're grown adults. They know what they're doing. Like when you go work for a federal job, you know what you're doing. I've worked for the federal government. I still endured racism. Even though we had anti-racism racism training and sexual harassment training. Do you know people still sexually harass people in the military, regardless of how much you can train all day? We can train all day 24/7. It does no good. It does no good. I go back to this statement I made before. What begins in destruction shall end in destruction. And that's just the way it is. Let me read this a little bit and then I get some other people's opinions on it. A White House memo directing an end to the program said the trainings are anti-American propaganda and must stop. I agree. America, it goes against what America is. America is not trying to learn anything. People here are not trying to learn anything about how to treat other people. This country started on mistreating people that are dark-skinned and propping up white skin, bright skin. So how are you gonna, how are you gonna be an American unless you're truthful about what America's about? America's about white supremacy. So it is anti-American to really say that we're trying to teach our people something that you cannot teach a person. If a person doesn't have it in them to not be a rapist, they're not going to stop being a rapist. If someone doesn't have it in them to stop being a pedophile, they're not going to stop being a pedophile. If someone doesn't have it in them to stop being, sexual harassing someone, they're not going to stop. You can put them out of the job, they'll go to the next, they get put out of that job because you can't stop their sick mind. What begins in destruction shall end in destruction. That's all I can say. President Donald Trump directed federal agency Friday to end diversity training programs, calling them on Saturday a sickness that cannot be allowed to continue. Trump's decision to eliminate the anti-racism training featuring critical race theory and discussions of white privilege, according to the director, comes amid a nationwide reckoning on racial injustice. The president has firmly opposed. See, these people, what they do is they'll find other ways to get out that racist energy. So no matter what you try to do to train someone, there's still, it's ingrained in them. So basically, the way I feel about it is kudos to Trump. Now, get our own country. Give us our own country like Israel, like you gave the Jews their own country. Pay us money like you pay the Jews each year. Because I'll tell you this, that in itself is white supremacy. Because you got a bunch of white people that were treated bad way after you didn't treated blacks bad. And because Hitler knew history, he didn't like that these people were calling themselves Jews, but they were white. He knew who they were, but they were taking on a whole different identity, which was insulting to him as a white supremacist. And he demanded them to be the way he wanted them to be or die. So now they have taken over our identity and they got free land. They have taken over the whole identity and now they get free land and money each year. So and that right there is white racism, supremacy. And anyone who thinks that we're in a relationship with Caucasians is a lost cause, because they just don't get it yet. They just don't get we can never be in a relationship when you're a prisoner of war. The change was announced in a memo sent to the heads of federal agencies from Russell Vought, Director of Office of Management and Budget. Vought wrote that Trump ordered the sessions canceled after learning federal agencies are spending millions of dollars training employees, and it ain't doing a damn good. So he's saving a bunch of money in that aspect. And divisive anti-American propaganda. See, he's got to get that money out. He was talking about he had 300 billion in an account. He's trying to collect.
What just happened? They just cut her show? Oh, wow.
No, I think she's gonna come back. She may have just fell off. Because
Oh,
if the
okay.
show was cut off, we'd be gone too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me take a look here. Yeah, I still see people in the chat. I see slides down there.
Well, what's up, brother?
Yeah, how's it going, man? Hey, thanks for coming
Super
through
Fi.
earlier today. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Semper Fi, slide.
Yeah, I think she's back.
Hey,
There she
Slide
go.
Downs, I'm sorry.
I want the chocolate bar.
Okay, I'll get it to you in a minute. Hold on.
I want the chocolate bar.
Hold on. I'll be right back. This child. I'm gonna try to get it back on the screen I had it on.
I want chocolate bar.
She want her chocolate bar.
How's your Saturday going so far, bro?
Oh, it's going pretty good. It's cold here, man. It was warm earlier. I had to go change when she had sent me the message. And I was like coming into the house, it's like freezing now. I had to put on my warm stuff.
Yeah, man.
I'm in Buffalo.
I'd switch weathers. I'll change weathers with you, man. It's hot here in Vegas.
Give us some of that. Man, it went.
I'll take some of what you guys got, man. I'll take some of that cold.
I know, man. It needs to switch a little bit. Our summer ain't over, but I live in Buffalo, New York, the upstate, so it can be snowing 1 minute and then 80 degrees the next minute.
Yeah. How you like it up there?
It's good. I was born and raised here. I should have stayed in North Carolina.
Okay.
My special, but after I got out, I came back here. I should have stayed somewhere in the south.
Okay, I'm back, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Y'all can hear me, right? Okay, here we go. Where was I at? Down here?
You were saying Trump, your best friend.
No, I didn't say he was my best friend. I'm saying that I'm gracious to him being in the office, because I mean, Black people must want to stay asleep. Y'all seem like y'all want peace. When there's no peace, there's no real true peace in this. It never was. It never was. And you gotta have
peace with us.
You have to have a disruption to wake those people that are holding us back.
That's what I think is really doing now. Like I was just talking about it, brother. He called himself Key, and he was just saying that this is waking us up, even though I hate it. He made me see. I was like, I hate this, man. The way our presidency and administration.
I don't hate it. I don't, because I've been out of this system. I got rid of this system in 2013. I disconnected with this system 2013.
Okay.
So I've been like disconnected and just hating it, because all the Black people love the whiteness. Y'all all love the white. Y'all were docile and just happy as y'all can be.
We know this already. People ain't going nowhere.
Huh?
We know people agreeing with this administration. We know that. We know our people that look at the same skin color is having fun. They think they happy. They owning their own little small. It's a small business because it's never gonna get big, and they okay. They got their little pockets. They happy. They fat. They married. They drunk. They high.
But
They
that
happy.
ain't gonna cut it anymore because they killing people on the streets now,
They
and
don't
it's gonna
care
get worse.
because they at their front door yet.
So they gotta wake up. It's time to go. It's time to go. Get out. Get out. Was trying to tell y'all. And not only that, the Bible even said, "Come on out of her." You
Get
had
out of
so many
her.
people telling y'all to get out and come on out and be in the world, but not of the world. Y'all had so much advice. The change was announced in a memo. Okay, I remember where I said. Those trainings taught workers that virtually all white people contribute to racism or benefit from it. The memo claims, and that's the truth, they do contribute to racism and they benefit from racism. Adding that some of the trainings have, but that's not going to do them no good knowing that because they already know it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's for the masses. It's for the masses to see that that's not white or that's actually being very oblivious that it don't happen. So they get to actually see, like, oh wow, I guess it's true now. You know, you need those people to understand. How you doing, DLD?
I'm good, man. Like I said, other than this heat here, I'm doing good.
That's good. I forgot I ain't had no manners. I ain't asked you how you was doing.
Oh no, man, no problem, man, no problem.
Yeah. Like I wanted to let her know you was the you was in the military, right? You said right?
No, I was never in the military.
Oh, okay.
She was, but not, but I wasn't.
I remember me. I thought you was. It was me, her, and Sly, and you. I thought you was, but I thought we had all the branches. But even messing with our money, our veterans. I'm a veteran.
My cousin is supposed to come up. She's supposed to come on the show, but she's preoccupied right now. But she was supposed to come live with me.
Oh, she's scared of all this oldness. Tell her don't be scared of me. I don't bite. I'm just super tall.
No, she's not scared.
I'm joking.
She's busy, preoccupied.
That's good. Well, busy is good. Busy in the right place is good.
These teachings engender division and resentment within the federal workforce and could contradict the fundamental beliefs of the nation, Vault claimed, adding that it is why Trump has asked him to stop these divisive, un-American propaganda training sessions. The memo repeatedly cites press reports as having eliminated and substance of trainings, while it doesn't identify what those reports are. A New York Post opinion piece on the subject has published Tuesday and picked up Fox News, which the president watches almost religiously. We know he watches Fox News, that racist news channel. Agencies have been told to begin identifying trainings related to critical race theory or white privilege, as well as training that suggests the U.S. is inherently racist or evil country, or that any race or ethnicity is inherently racist or evil, and to investigate ways to. Well, people already know that. That's evidence. Mm-hmm. Anybody that would enslave a group of people that are different than them and then hide who they are and then wipe all their history and displace them, you are a destructionist and you are evil by nature. That is wicked and that is evil. That's point blank. So you're not hiding anything by doing away with a man's creation of anti-racism training. Really does no good to make you feel any better. Contracts with those providing the instructions. What it does is allow you to be your true self. Be your true self. Following reporting on the memo, Vault tweeted the days of taxpayer-funded indoctrination trainings that sow division and racism are over. Trump, too, celebrated the decision on Twitter, highlighting the positive reactions of some supporters, though retreats, and by asking people to report any sightings of the trainings so we can quickly extinguish. Trump orders purge of critical race theory from federal agencies. This is a sickness that cannot be allowed to continue. Please report any sightings so we can quickly extinguish it. The decision is particularly salient given that it comes amid one of the largest civil rights movements in American history, which has been ongoing anti-racism protests that have sparked conversations about racial iniquities in a number of industries. Race theory aims to examine the systemic racism people are currently protesting. Trump's decision seeks to root out training on a critical race theory, framing it as an insidious idea that conceptualizes white people and institutions as inherently racist. Well, people already know that to be true, that you're inherently racist. You've made the world inherently racist against dark people, even with your vocabulary declaring the dark as being everybody's enemies, the unknown, the unseen. This is not accurate, however. They think it's not accurate, but it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Critical race theory is a school of thought that examines how race and racism is perpetuated. Through existing legal and cultural systems, it supposes that examining and critiquing social institutions and creating spaces for people of color to share their experiences. People of color, we have no business being around these people anymore at this time of day. Because we do not have a real relationship. We don't have what they call a relationship. We have a destruction ship. And they destroyed us as a people. Our Black communities compared to their white Jewish communities. We don't have the principles we were held to in days of old. Because of slavery, we were wiped out, and then they raped, pillaged, and mentally destroyed our people and brought us down to a low level to where they wanted us. Do you call that a relationship? Anybody thinks it's a relationship?
Yes, it's a relationship. That's like, I'm not saying to be funny. I'm saying it as a relationship is relationship. We doing it all over again. So keep doing the same cycle over and over again. So it is a relationship. So they keep in the same cycle plan that they're always trying to keep it going.
No, we're not in a relationship. It's not even an unhealthy relationship. It's not a relationship at all.
No, that's what I'm saying. It is. Like, think about what I just said. It's a cycle we keep doing over and over again.
Well, that has not. No, that's not a relationship. We're not in relation to these people at all.
We are right relation by through the slavery, through the propaganda, through the messages, through everything we allow them to do with us. That's relation. We are relating to their same actions and same deeds. So
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yes. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny though.
people are relating, yes, to their
Yes.
to them to because our people too are hating dark skin.
Mm-hmm. There you. Yep. That's where I was going with it. Thank you.
Yep, they're hating dark skin, and I was going to say that in this, in along with this article, that even our own people are racist against
Mm-hmm.
Black people, and that's a damn shame. And this is what has happened. It's a sickness.
That's the new reality
But
that.
we're not racist against our own. We're colorists. There are colorists with amongst us. You
Well,
can't
you
be
didn't
racist
take
against our
on
own.
you didn't take, well, you can be racist because right now we got people in the leadership position that are making lots of money, but they aren't even thinking about the Black people or Black community at all. They're in those positions. Don't you think the AG in Louisville, Kentucky is racist? He's got a white wife and he doesn't care about any Black people. Matter of fact,
No,
he's
he's not.
married to Mitch McConnell's daughter.
Racist?
Damn.
No. I wouldn't say he's racist. I can say he's very.
And he said he
Who is?
condones violence in a state
What kind
that
of
still
violence?
has stand your ground and saying that you can no knock, like a police can do no knock, and at the same time you can stand your ground. So he's sending police officers into people's houses that in a state where it's a you can use no knock, but you can also shoot the person that's breaking in your house. So is that a setup for all the police officers? Yes, it's a setup.
Oh, he's
Ain't
just
that,
a house Negro. He a Toby.
huh?
He a house Negro. He a Toby.
The coon.
Yeah,
Kunta
Toby.
Kinte,
You ever watch Kunta Kinte, The Roots?
but he
And he was.
wasn't a house Negro.
That's what he's doing. He married the white girl. They kept
Kunta
beating him and
Kinte
saying,
didn't
"Who
marry
are
a
you?"
white girl.
He said he got a white girl.
No, in the Roots, he didn't marry a white girl.
No, but I'm just saying when they kept beating him, they kept asking him, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm Kunta." They was like, "Kunta, just say the name." And they
And he
kept even the
never
other.
did say the name. He never did say the name.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
That's what that is.
But this guy that Light Bear is talking about, he's just a straight coon.
Yeah, it's totally different. It's not the same with Roots. This guy is not the same with Roots. This guy did not get beat to marry Becky. He didn't, believe me. He chose Becky because he has
Grandfather
the
did.
mind of whiteism.
His grandfather did, and he passed the relationship to him.
What are you talking about?
I said his grandfather did and passed it to him. The cycle, the relationship, it passed it down to him. Because that's how all the cycles. Because if we just say like actuality, what is racism? Hatred. So we just say we get rid of darkism, colorism, racism, and any other schisms, or it's like feminists. Overall, that's just hatred. So they have hatred in them. So cycle after cycle. For us, a lifetime. So generation. So my grandfather, my father, and me. First generation, second generation, third generation. So he's like fourth generation, like you say, Coon, Toby, or that's the cycle of the relationship that
But he
our
was no
people have.
coon. But he was no coon in Roots.
No, what he's
No,
trying.
I'm
This
just
is
saying
what he's trying to say, Light Bear. He's trying to say that Kunta came over here strong African and got broken, and then
Yeah.
Then when he was being whipped, he ended up saying the name that they wanted him to call him, Toby.
Toby.
And then he
Yeah.
had a son.
But he
Then
was
he had a
still a
son. That's since he
fighter.
had a son.
But he was still a fighter.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what the story, the whole story was. He was a fighter.
I guess.
He married Black and had Black children.
Right.
Yeah.
He still had his culture. He still had it. I mean, you can say one thing in front of this damn devil so you can save your life, but you can still move on with your thoughts. They can't take who he was unless he gives it to them and lets them. That's what I'm saying. Roots is a bad example because he kept fighting. He he didn't lower himself down to a coon. Now, there's other examples where they were coons. And some of
What,
these
Django? I don't know really slave movies that was really prominent in our factor of our relationship with them. And when he did give up, when he called himself Toby, I don't know. It's for me, I feel as you just continued the cycle instead of staying strong the whole
he
time.
didn't have a choice. He did stay strong. He didn't have a choice for his situation, but he had a choice for what he wanted.
What did Killmonger say? And somebody said that before Killmonger.
Mm-hmm.
What did when the pigs found out they had a disease and they had evil in them? What did the pigs do? Or the horses and the cows? They ran into the sea to drown themselves because they didn't want to be filled with that evil. And I feel as once he gave in, he repeated that cycle, and that continued the relationship that we related to them by the hatred. Because
no, that's not a good example, because then when you look at it, our people, when they did finally escape from slavery, they built places like they went and had their own towns until some of the men couldn't take the burning down of our cities, the killing of the businessmen, black businessmen, and they decided to maybe try integration with these beasts.
Right.
So
they was alone. They was by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have nobody to love them. They came home from war and their wives was gone. And they had PTSD. It's like a lot of our history, the part we take out and we don't add it to it. And let's say if we do blame the men, but they went through stuff too, just as the women went through it. But those guys, since we call them the head, they the leader, they went through a lot of pain and suffering. And what was they supposed to do when they was left out of the community?
Who was left out of the community? I'm not getting it.
A lot of men, a lot of our brothers was left out of the community. They didn't fit in. They didn't act as their brother and sister or mother and father act. But they didn't despise them. They was left out. Then after a while, they were saying, well, I don't belong here. Then they went somewhere and Becky showed him love. I'm just going by the history that I read. I'm not going by what I'm doing. And then that's the part we don't talk about. We just say, oh, we just suckers. We feminize and emasculate.
Oh, you're talking about when they went to war overseas,
yeah.
And they had
before
those
that, that's what led up to it though. They was like, we call it like women bed wenches. Those was bed bucks. So they put out for the fact of I was gonna have something, but the promise never came.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
I ain't trying to get deep with it. I wasn't trying to get deep with it, but.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the men's weakness, is their penis. They don't think. They can't think after that. They really can't. Beyond the penis, because me and my cousin was talking earlier about you can either go down or you can go up. I chose to go up. I chose to marry somebody that wasn't from a culture that had been destroyed. Or
but let me ask you a question.
Not going to be going and cheating on me with Becky.
Also, did you marry a white woman?
No, I think I get that a lot.
I didn't either.
I never even slept with a white.
I didn't either. Right, so I didn't either. So I guess we don't think with our penises then.
No, I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all know I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all didn't. No, there's those that think with the penis, and y'all know who I'm talking about. You guys know the guys that do that, right? Because you're not thinking about your penis with a black woman necessarily. If you are with a black woman, then you need to go.
Right, that's what I'm gonna give out.
I do.
Come on, DOD. Stop it. You better not. Okay, you're admitting something to me. Okay, let me tell y'all something. If you do that, don't you know that that's probably why a lot of men have the headaches they have? It's because they didn't think about the situation. They just thought with the penis.
Oh, no, I don't mean I wouldn't. Right. Go ahead, Uncle. Go ahead.
You're so silly. He
You
can't stop
started it.
laughing.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I have to mute myself real quick.
You're okay. But let me get back to Becky. Okay, I showed y'all the video the other day with the hillbillies and the eyes got mountains got eyes or something.
The hill have eyes, yeah.
See, they don't think about those situations. And then like my cousin was sharing about a friend of hers who had a child with a Becky, and the Becky decided she didn't even want the child because she was a girl child. So the guys left raising the child.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just some things need to be thought through before, like thinking about what these people have done to our people over the last 7,000 years. And why would you want to form something, get in a situation with a group of people who still hold you as prisoners of war? Why would you want to bring children into a world where they'll be broken apart into two pieces? You know, do they ever think about, no, they don't think about those things. They think about the good hair. They think about the straight nose. They think about the colored eyes. They think about the bright white skin. Whiteism.
But see,
go ahead, DLG.
But now the black man, when he's with the black woman, he better not. He knows that he can't afford to think about the penis, because that black woman's going to set him straight and narrow the way put him straight, put him upright, make him upright. He likes Becky because he wants Becky to keep him on all fours.
No, Becky would.
But that black woman's going to keep him upright.
But in the bedroom, she's gonna be on all four. Let me stop. I'm gonna stop.
You said what?
I said, but in the bedroom, she's gonna be on all four.
Oh, everybody
Exactly.
on all four in the bedroom, right?
Let me stop.
You're on. What else? How else are you gonna do it? Standing up?
Hey,
I've done that too. I've done that too.
I mean, what if she's taller? I mean, what if she's shorter?
It don't matter.
I'm 6'5". Unless she Brittany Griner, which she married to a woman, then that ain't happening.
Nah. Sure. That is that's kind of difficult, but I guess people can do it like that. Right. But anyways, let's get to the rest of the article that he's talking about, because I'm trying to get an understanding of what pretty much his point of view is on this, which I think he's a total idiot. But that's we want white idiots in the White House, don't we? Because they're not constructive. They're not constructive for their own race. And their own race is mad in a way, and then some are loving it.
That's fake anger.
Huh?
That's fake anger, because they need to have fake anger, because again, goes back to our relationship. If white people can have fake anger and not being funny, the majority of the love of a lot of the who's in office, Caucasian men, who be with Caucasian men, women, and all women of all race. So, who's trying to lead the way?
Not all women of all races. No, not black women do not find white men attractive unless it's forced upon her environmentally.
But no, I've been everywhere in the South and stuff. I've seen plenty of black women with white men.
Yeah, a lot of them don't have a choice. They've been forced because
they do got a choice. They can take the brothers.
The brothers,
they don't want to take 9 to 5.
Let me tell you about the brothers. The brothers are out here, wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
No.
And yes.
So then let me ask you this, like, why do black women go to white men? Why not go to an Asian man or a Hispanic man? Why did
Because
they run? And just
that's
like with
not
the
their
brothers, why did they
environment.
run to white women?
That's not
Why
their
why did they go to?
environment. That's not our environment. We go to school and we live amongst Caucasians.
No, you're not understanding me.
Majority. Yes, I am. Majority is Caucasians that we're amongst.
It does. Okay, Ants, what does that matter? That doesn't matter.
Environmentally. I'm still saying environmentally.
What do you mean environmental?
Our environment is surrounded by white supremacy. So mentally, it affects the female so differently because the female is one that's supposed to be protected and taken care of. If no one's out there for her to give her a
To
hand
protect
over
them,
to
they
protect
run
them,
to massa to
right?
protect them.
Because they're
Wow.
an illusion. They're an illusion. They're not aware like I am. Many of them are
Well,
not
then,
aware.
okay, but then that's the reason why, just like that coon in Kentucky, the DA, he
Mhm.
don't know any better either.
Oh, he knows better now. He's well educated. He's a little bit above. I'm talking about the age for girls to start getting courted by men and stuff like that. He's a little bit older.
No, but his
Black
mind,
people
his
get that.
mindset isn't there. His mindset isn't there.
But he's the
not
one.
aware.
He's the leader. But he chose the Becky. He didn't go and grab a black girl's hand and say, "Come and go with me. I'll marry you."
But how many
Oh,
wanted him? How many? That's we're not coming at you, but in reality, though, how many black women actually would want to talk to him?
A lot. There's a lot.
That's a lot.
Believe it or not, there's a lot. I don't know every
What
black
city?
woman. You don't know every black woman.
I know,
And
but I'm
that's the
saying what city?
problem. That's the problem I had when I was in the service. I knew a lot of good black men, nice black men, single, that were looking for a wife. And I knew so many single black women, but they were like in another state and they were in this state. So how do you do stuff like that? Put people together. You can't. It's hard.
No, you
It
set up an event. Just like Serena. You telling me Serena couldn't have found a lawyer, a black doctor, and it's even TV shows we had on like Oxygen when they have 40, 60, 80, 90, 100 single black men of, I should say, prominent or high value. And that's what they're using now, high value. I just learned that one the other day. High value men. She could have held events and all these women could have went and she could have met her husband.
So you saying I could have held an event or a party and invited
we do it. We do it here.
I didn't have finances like that where I could.
Or even here on YouTube when you exchange numbers with certain people and they never call, that's that's a miss out right there, right?
Yeah, you're right. I agree. I try.
Daphne Springs, she do it. Daphne Springs, the comedian lady, she do it. I thought it was a joke. Like she's a comedian, but she really was doing the thing on YouTube. I think she had one tonight or today.
Oh, she was mating people together?
Yeah, it's like a dating thing. And it's like they really serious about it. I said, oh, okay. I checked it out once and everything. It was a sister and all it was, I don't know if she wanted white guys or not, but it was only like 4 brothers and like 1 sister. And they had them like split screen. And they was doing like a thing like on the TV show. And then if she didn't choose him.
Like the love connection type show.
And if she didn't choose him, they brought another girl on and brought up another guy. And then they kept going until the show was over. And then I guess they mix and match offline too. So that was a good. Yeah, we have so many ways. Just like what was that sister name the other night? Royal something or whatever. She was making sense. Like it made me think about it. We got so many different ways, but I think we forget sometimes because we is in this simulated type WS world type of thing, or of America with the set of C with 3 Ks. So we do forget other options and things we can go to or utilize.
Yeah, but like me, man, there was nothing on this planet that a black woman can do to me that would make me run to a Becky.
It's just they gross, because like I said, this one guy, I mean, they're just gross to me. I just don't. I could never
I live
marry a
around.
Caucasian guy. I could never do that.
I
And
live,
then
I live
and
around a
then
lot of little.
I'm getting flack because I'm married to an African. There's literally people on YouTube that give me Camp. Yeah, Camp. I'm talking about you, Camp, that are giving me a
Who
hard
is that?
time. Camp Powhatan, giving me a hard time because I'm married to a Ghanaian. Everywhere I go, he's there.
She kept it
He has
chocolates. I ain't mad at you.
I know. Actually went deep, deep, deep root to the darkest dark.
That's
And
where me and DOD gotta go.
yeah, y'all do. Oh my God, found the most beautiful is dark skinned, dark, dark, dark. Even here in our country, we got dark, 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 beautiful
Right.
women.
But they don't like us here. They like the thugs like our women do. So that's gotta go
Yeah.
to Africa. Gotta go
Yeah,
to
you got it.
Africa.
Yes, that's what our
Keep
people
them
should
there.
be doing.
The ones that's not colonizing with the Asian people, we gotta find the ones that still want they or African descended or African men still.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
So
my thing with this Trump thing is he's going to start hiring more of us in these cities. Not don't throw that away. Throw away the quota for affirmative action in the police force. Is they going to look? Is they going to have people that's looking at the test scores, the psychological? Because you do take a psychological test, and saying we want these people, and then are they going to give the people on the force test and start firing or letting people go or putting them in position to get re-educated as like the prison system did for like a year or two in all 200 years, and they stopped it because they thought it was costing more money, whatever. It was like re-education. Is it going to re-educate them guys and then put them in district with people of that descent, so African descent, as me, DOD, or you, and say you're going to work with them, and they're going to they basically you just going to follow them. We're going to re-educate you, and if you still going to have this 9, and I know how you say you can't get them to stop, but I was reading about something during the civil rights. It got them to stop killing us because what they did, they put people in position and say, you won't have a job. I don't care how racist you are. Fake the funk all day. Go be racist in your own little minute time in your life, but you're not going to be racist on the police force. You're not going to be racist when you're wearing a uniform. As long as you have this badge in your pocket or you're signed up as a police officer, we're going to hold you accountable. Is Trump going to start implementing that, or that administration, to say no more CNN or Fox News going to allow them to be racist towards Barack Obama, which I seen his whole presidency, regardless of what people think about him. I was disgusted as a young man. No, I wasn't even that much younger. I wasn't that much younger. I was like 29, 30 or something. And it was disgusting just to watch. Every day I turn on in the morning, on the weekend and Sundays, channel 2, 7, and 4, they got them shows. CNN, Fox News, the other news just calling his wife an ape. No, but everybody, see, they forget about that. I heard that. Calling his wife a man, calling him an immigrant. And just talking about his daughters. His daughters weren't even doing nothing yet. They weren't even out of high school. They weren't even on the camera yet. And
but Obama is actually a white man with tan. So
see, there you go. See,
he's not black. We allow them to hand us over somebody and say, here you go, he's black. We allow them to do that. That should be enough to get pissed off about. To know that you allowed white people to tell you who's black and give you somebody that came out of their vaginas. You know what I'm saying? And then tell us that he's black. He's not black.
He's African.
Premises.
He's African.
He's not African. His dad is Indonesian. He's not Kenyan. That man is not his father. That man did not have anything to do with him. Didn't raise him. That they don't even look alike. He don't look nothing like those people calling his sister and brother. The only reason why they said that and they used that African and he got close to the Africans was so he can go and destroy the African continent. And that's what he did. That's what he got the white people back in there and he did that. You don't see it? That's what his administration was to do, destroy Africa. And they did that.
Right.
Because they loved but he's not, his dad is either an American black man or this Indonesian that raised him.
So he's black.
That Kenyan is not his dad.
But he's black though.
He's not black. He comes from a white woman, he's white.
What white woman?
His mom was white.
No, she's not.
Obama's mom is white.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
So she's not.
Huh?
Because she's not.
She's not white, Caucasian?
No.
What is she then?
She's one of us. She's Caribbean or something. His father was African.
No. This is Obama's mom.
Although you're wrong, brother. He had a white mother and a black father, but he was raised by an Indonesian man that her mother married.
But his father was not African.
His father was African.
No, his father was not
African. He had a white mother, but he was raised by an Indonesian man who had married his mother.
But that African man was not his father. This is his mother.
Show his father too.
This is a Becky.
She a Mariah Carey?
No, she's not no damn Mariah Carey.
No, she's pure white girl.
She's like those hills that have eyes, people on the mountain. That I was.
I don't think she looked. I don't think she looked that bad.
No, she doesn't look aberrant. No, she don't look that. She looked like those people sitting in those couches that I showed you.
Stop it.
A hillbilly. Now there you go.
Her and Obama's father met in college.
She Creole like Beyonce.
No, oh hell no. Is it?
She look Creole to me.
Now you're insulting the black race. You're insulting the black race now.
No, Otto was joking. He's joking.
No,
she's straight white girl.
Like that is an insult.
I'm not insulting nobody.
You're insulting our DNA. Cool. You certainly are insulting us.
You about to have me take a drink, and I ain't drinking 10 years. I'm just joking.
Okay, I wanted to get on this because Trump is also doing this. He's also talking about defunding the cities.
Oh, yep. Defunding everything. That was his whole thing. Defunding.
I'm like, get our money together, Trump. Get it together. Because he's talking about he has $300 billion in an account somewhere. But then on top of that, yesterday I was talking about they're asking Sudan to pay $300 million. So it looks like he's trying to collect some dough for something. I don't know what for. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yep.
He's could Trump cut funding to California cities for defunding police?
I want some lemonade.
Okay. Hold on.
Talking about Beyonce, she said she wants some lemonade.
Yeah. But I see the brother in the chat. He said that Coppertone said that what you are, your mother. If your mother's Caucasian, he's Caucasian. You are what your mother is.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to say.
I don't believe that. I don't believe. I believe you are what your father is. But if your mother's Caucasian, you're going to be raised Caucasian. That's all she knows.
No, it's not that.
So mentally, he'll be Caucasian because his mother's Caucasian.
No,
she can't raise a black child black. She can only raise a black child white because that's all she knows.
No, because physically he's a white man. because he comes from a white woman. White women.
I don't know. He
create
might
white
be
men.
packing down there. Don't say physically. So I don't know.
He can't be packing too much if he was gay. But anyways,
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you believe in that. Oh, my goodness.
I don't have to believe in it. It's a fact.
Ah.
It's a fact. They killed the man that came out on him. They killed him.
Ah.
Killed him. Plus, how do you think he came into presidency? Through a gay guy. A gay man brought him into primacy.
No, he was a Freemason. You got to be a Freemason to be a president.
No, a gay man helped him get into this presidency. That's no secret. It was a gay man that backed him and supported him and pushed him up into his presidency. That's why he gave gay people their rights, because he owed it to the guy that helped him get into the presidency.
But that don't make Obama gay.
You don't know. I don't know that.
No, I'm just saying that don't make him gay. I'm just saying in general. That
I
don't
don't
make you gay.
know, and you don't know that.
You got a wife.
But
I don't know.
anyways, on to the next. Okay, so he's defunding. Let me see something, because I thought he was defunding.
He defunded the military, the police, and it's a certain sector, and I forgot the name of it. He's trying to defund it.
Yeah.
As long as he become president again, it's gonna happen.
Shoot, he's defunding New York City.
Yeah.
And they said mostly Democratic states.
Mm-hmm.
California, definitely. Cities in California defunding. He's defunding the police, which I agree with, because I think that to solve our situation, we need to get up off our lazy asses and take care of our own communities. I'm serious about that.
Well, Trump is not defunding the police. He's not defunding the police. He's not defunding the police. What Trump is doing, he's holding back monies to the states, to those states.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. It says he cut funding to California cities for defunding police.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying that Trump is for not defunding police. I say I'm for defunding police, because I say I'm for defunding police because we need to be pushed to action. We don't need these people coming in our communities shooting up our people. We need to get out in our communities, get to know our neighbors, get to know their children, make sure these children are together, and like in the days of old.
We need militant. We need our own militant.
We need our own police and militant. But the whole thing is,
he's not going to be on our side.
There never was. We're not in a relationship. We're in a destruction ship, and that's important to remember. Mm-hmm. They're out to destroy us, and if they're not out to destroy us, just the mere point that we're near them is going to destroy us, because they're not rising us. We have to rise us. They're just going to lower us into a condition of death. That's all.
You know where all that money gonna go to, right? Guess who's over the police?
The Fed. The
Homeland. Nope. Homeland Security.
Ain't that the feds?
Nope. It's still part of the government.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna fund them, because that's now they building those walls. Their walls is not designed to keep people out.
But I just saw an article of what they were saying. I was going to use that article too. Let me look and see if I can find it. It was a news article, and it showed Mexicans, and they said something about the walls ain't going to stop them from coming over, because they were actually climbing a brick wall.
And they was digging under them too.
Yeah.
That's not stopping them. They're going to need more money for the Homeland Security.
Boy, oh boy, the whole thing is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. Your destruction.
Cutting military.
You know, their destruction is not. That's why people need to let go, because everybody wants things to be back normal. Oh, I want normal. can we get back to normal? What is normal? What normal for us is still getting killed out on the streets. Normal for us is still dealing with racism. Normal for us is Black people still being on the bottom. You got to get up off your butt and change. We got to change. And the only thing that can change us is chaos. These people's chaos is going to change us. That's how we change through chaos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're not
That's
chaos. They're chaos.
That's how Earth was created, the Big Bang Theory, right?
Exactly. So the same thing and above is the same thing below that's got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to wake up and recognize and make our moves. Make our moves. Get up out of here.
Move if you wanna.
Yeah. We gotta, we say we want to reach the sky. We need to get it up. We
need Kanye West for that one. He gonna help us touch the sky.
Oh no.
Reach the sky. Dun, dun.
Kanye West. Hell no. He ain't gonna help you reach no dams. You know better, Ortho.
No, I was being funny. But you know what I did look up, bro? I looked up the billionaires in America. Or the United. I looked up this. We have 7 Black billionaires in the the United States of America, the British colonies, the Organization of America, and I looked at all 5 or 7 of them. I said maybe 3 of them will help us, but we don't have no plan, and we don't have no people.
Help ourselves.
No, but you gotta hear what I'm saying. That is ourselves. They're part of ourselves. They not excluded.
No, I'm talking about each individual we have to do it bit by bit and then put it all together and then come all together. That's the only way that's going to happen. But it starts with us as individuals first.
Right.
Not individuals like they want us to be individuals like one person over here doing their own thing and then coming together eventually. But we want individuals and then healthy, strong-minded, focused on what our destination is and the plans that we have to take to make that, to secure those once we get there. Those type of people. You see what I'm saying? Focus minded.
You can't do it through you do it at home, then you go outside of your home with people that's similar minds and that have similar ideas, and then you build up a trust. Then after you build up a trust within that, you got to build up a love, because then we got to start loving each other again. Because if I look at war, and we always talking about things on social media or out in the open, like this is cool, but then we have a group and then they're going on social media. That's why we can't have a Black Panther again, because somebody will post something, so I look at what we're doing. So example, the KKK was going in Kentucky, and what did the NFAC do? Oh, you come to attack us, we gonna be up there. No, fool. You should have said nothing. Should have had your scouts out. Should have been looking around. And when they showed up, that's when you flank them. But no, now they know you're here and they're going to come. Now they're going to come with more firepower that they have access to and that you don't. And they're training their children at a young age. And we're not training our children to know how to defend ourselves against things. We're showing them how to be in a relationships and comply with them. Yeah. Right. Or even
become like them, alchemate to who they are, and hate ourselves and devalue ourselves. That's all we're really learning, unless you at home as a parent are teaching your children otherwise. We have to teach our children otherwise.
Right. Like my man said, we need to act like the movie Purge 2 when all the hoods come together. That's what's going to take across the nation. Faith without works is dead. That's true. Exactly.
When it all comes down to it. And I know DOD loves that.
I sure do.
That
sounds real good to me.
DOD, that's a good one to me too. That's kind of in middle Because if we're already been attacked, we have to form an alliance. We have to do this. That's what we would have to do. We can't just allow ourselves to be attacked. It is a war of the naturals versus the unnatural. Exactly.
All the unnatural things that we look at is money, gold. That don't mean nothing if you don't have your soul.
Right. It doesn't. And then so basically they separate our people from the soul to take on their existence and rise them like a star, a fake star, and then you get a star engraved inside the ground level, half animal man.
That's why they use the word alpha.
Animal man with a fake star, instead of recognizing that you are that star way above. You're already a star. You don't need Caucasians to give you a star. You don't need Caucasians to appreciate who you are. You don't need their value because they don't really have value within you. The only value they have is the money. And like I said a long time ago, money is what they need. They need that fake currency to survive. So they made us think that we need fake currency to survive, but we don't. Our survival comes from getting out here, breathing, being one with self, the lower self and the higher self, going out and getting the sunlight and touching our bare feet to the ground outside and soaking up that energy and taking care of our bodies and ourselves, make sure we're putting healthy things inside. It's a hard task because of where we at, you know? It's a hard task because of where we're at, but
how I say it is enemy. People look at the word enemy as the outside. No, you listen to the word N-I-N, a singular, me, myself. So I'm battle against myself. Just as when I go play basketball, I don't care how high that dude can jump, how good he can shoot. I'm not worried about that. And I always had that mentality. People will laugh at me. You're not as good. You're not as good. But then they see I end up with seven blocks, 20 points, and like 11, 12. But I never really counted as like triple. I never really counted triple doubles. They go in my school, but like, wow, you average a triple double. And it's like, I didn't think about that. I was thinking about, well, this is what I had to do when I was on the court for the shorter amount of time compared to everybody else. I had to get a block. I had to get a skill still because my time is limited. And the other guy is like, well, I'm going to play 30 minutes. So I got chances to mess up. And I got 10 minutes. I didn't get the chance to mess up. So everything I did, I tried to make sure, well, if I didn't grab a rebound, let me be in position for a point or to set a screen or a pick.
Exactly. Exactly what you said about fighting with ourselves. The enemy is within, because our higher self's trying to get us straight. So things that are situations we find ourselves in as our lower self, it may not be right for us. And our higher self is telling you so, but then that energy, it's other energies that have to be in play, like put inside the people that are around you to pressure you harder to get out of that situation. See, that's what I see with our brothers that are out here getting shot. I see that it's big for all of us. It's a big picture for all of us to see that we need to be making our moves. That's why things are ramping up. Because as an individual, you're in a situation similar where people are working, like energies are working through these people, pressuring you, stressing you. Then that's telling you your higher self is trying to tell you something, because it will use other energies and other people to speak to you into doing the things you need to be doing. You see what I'm saying? And that's the way I see it. That's just the way I see it. It's like like I guess it's nature. Nature does the same thing. It puts pressure, and putting pressure is
It's like our
it's demanding some change, and
right.
I think it happens in outer space, in the cosmos, with when you think about how these stars are created, or how the black hole is created, or how they create a moon, you know, or different creations, even stuff on Earth, how some stuff is created, but
Right.
It's organic. And like that chaos is overall what it is, that's demanding change from us as a people, and we really need to take heed to that, to what we need to do, and figure out what we need to do to stop our brothers, our young men and young women from getting abused, even our older women from getting abused and shot out here in the community, or from them busting in their homes and shooting up our babies, the baby. See what I'm saying?
Yep, this
That
is
means
what
there's something that our community needs to do. It's a change that we need to make.
Right. This is what I do. I'm single. So what I did, I'm preparing myself for, as my man has said, the New World Order is here. So I even made a video, Welcome to the New World Order, like an invitation though. We think it's not here. It begins with this administration and the last administration, kind of. And so I made sure I'm able to defend myself. What are things I can use to defend myself? I put them in place them around my house and other places that I don't tell people since I'm on a live recording. I have my non-perishable foods. I have my water. And then with that, I armed myself with knowledge and education. So what I did, went to the free library, have a library card, and I went to the central part of our library to start reading about laws. And even I learned so much. I was writing stuff down. It's still not all in my head, because now I went from believing in information to now I'm knowing. So I'm getting all the knowledge, and now I'm about to start using it. So I ask people this: if a police pull you over and stop you, and he walk up to you and he say, "Can I have your license or registration?" What can you do? No, I'm asking the question. What can you do?
Oh, actually, now that I did a little bit of research into it, you know, do you really need a driving license? I mean, you didn't, like we talked about it before. If I was running around on a horse and buggy, do I really need a driving license on a horse and buggy? If I get
not
away,
even that.
and
no, you're going a little too far. Nope, you don't even gotta do that. What's the first thing they say to you when they about to arrest you?
You have the right to remain silent.
That's the thing you can do. You have the right to remain silent. You don't even have to respond to that police officer.
Okay.
And then whatever he do after that, boom, he in the wrong. See, you following the law. That's why I said I learned the law. Now I know the law. That's the first thing that I learned after I said, after I was reading. So I started reading and studying things, and now I get to finally apply it. And now how we seen all these black men getting killed, and I see the same things over and over and over and over. Nobody remains silent. We don't actually use the law. We keep saying the laws protect us. No, it's not. That's why it's called justice. Just is. Just is. Just is for the people that know what they're talking about. So if they say something, then you do respond. And if they asking you to respond, you say, well, if I'm really going to respond, I'm going to uplift my right to remain silent. You can tell them or ask them, what article are you going to use against me in your reasoning? If they can't say nothing again, then you'll go back to right to remain silent, because they have no reason. And then all the stuff you see, just as I'm learning when you're walking down the street, I read this, I talked to police. They cannot arrest you. They cannot detain you for nothing.
Exactly.
And you wait till you get to the precinct, and then you file a suit so they can get exonerated. So people don't know that. And then that's why I started doing that for myself. So I started spreading the information to my family. And then after that,
And
my family.
that's also considered, isn't it considered false harassment? False, because they're taking you in handcuffs and they're taking you prisoner. So
That's
that's
wrong.
false imprisonment, is what I'm trying to say.
Wrongful.
No one can, and then they're putting you in a car that you can't open the door. You can't open the police door like that. So that's false imprisonment. And I would sue, get my money. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. In the law, these people's minds, we can do a lot of suing, and it makes it even better because now Trump then took out anti-racism training. Now people can file these suits against these federal government entities.
You know why he did that, right? Because that's only going to last for a little while longer. Like I said, we're going to do away with the police force.
Right.
And they're going to have these militants, and they're going to have Homeland Security. The Homeland Security and the militants is not going to have to follow that. But it's still going to be police because you got to still act as America is a democracy. Still, you're going to still act as America for a while. But they need to get rid of us, the people. Well, not us, like our mothers and fathers. Once they die or naturally pass on, that's when mainly a lot of stuff will be implemented because now they know we can use this against them. Now we got the children. Now they're messing up the children mind. I was watching the social media. Kids were saying that's abuse. If the parents take the hinges off the door, if they tell you can't have nothing to drink while you're eating your dinner, telling you, and I was just laughing like, wow, our children is really so weak, and they're not my children.
Well, the whole thing is you don't eat and drink at the same time. You eat first and then you drink because it does mess up your digestive system.
They don't see that.
But they got a point there. But but the whole thing, taking the door hinges, you got to discipline your children. And thank goodness that's not my children either, because that's just chaotic, too crazy.
Oh yeah, the brother has said, sorry to cut you off, about get you the black law. That's in the library too, but it's good to have that at home. They talk about the law of color and the colorage law. And then now, if you ever do something on that, we can talk about that. The reason to use the word black, even lawyers can't really defend our blackism because BAR stand for British Accredited Regency, something of that nature, correct? And that's again the British colonies, which is America is still owned by the British colonies, but they letting the Statue of Liberty fool us, but whatever. And they only can say, but you ever notice how the lawyer and attorneys only can say so much? They can't tell you, even when you go do a line of credit and you try to fix your credit, the creditors only can tell you but so much, because if something go wrong, you can sue them and say that didn't work out. They know that you have to still follow it, and sometimes even if you follow by the numbers, it's still not going to work out.
Well, really, I see it this way: you don't have to do anything you don't want to do that these corporations tell you to do. You don't have to do that. You don't have to apply with anything really. But
if you want to die,
because we want that life, we apply because we want that comfort. The creature comforts, we apply. But
or to live
things, I think we need to
live to fight the next fight, because I learned that too, which is sometimes you have to not retreat. We looking at retreat as running away. Sometimes you have to just be quiet. When I hold my silence, and whatever they do and I survive, I live to fight that next fight. Exactly. So now I know that sometimes we have to do that, and sometimes we don't even do that. We don't even try to live to fight the next fight. We think we got like, oh, I'm being a punk, you a chump. No, I'll back down. You want to pull a gun on me? Okay, you win.
Castile would have did better the one that was with his girlfriend and the little girl in the back seat, he would have did better if he just sat there and not reach.
Right.
Because him reaching for his driving license to show the man is what got him shot. This retarded cop did not, he didn't get that he just told him to do an action. And then he's going to get upset and shoot him because he did an action that you told him to do the action. So we do better just sitting there looking
not
at
moving
like he's crazy. He would have been alive to this day.
Exactly. Not blaming him.
Like he's damn crazy.
Right. So sometimes like the right to remain silence goes with now add in the right to not move. He's like, get your license. No, you can't see my hands. You're gonna already know that you are part of a group, an elite group that's designed to kill me. So why would I do anything to make you feel scared? You already scared of me, and you shouldn't be a cop if you're scared of me, or if you fake scared of me. And if you, just like the one guy in the video, I'll seen one of the videos, he's like, get your license. He's like, no, I'm leaving my hand out the window. He had his phone with him. He was recording it. He's like, nope. He pointed like, nope, I'm not reaching. And the cop don't tell the other cops he reaching for a gun.
Right.
He said, oh, hell. He's like, yo, what you talking about? Like, he's telling the other cops, my hand's out the window. The cop's seeing him too. None of the cop, one cop had his hand at his side, but he ain't pull his gun out. And he's like, oh, he ain't reaching for his gun. See, it's already in their mind. And it was a documentary with a black news journalist. She took the police something. It was an old retired police officer, which they went on a route. And then the police was giving her all this information saying, no, we supposed to treat black people this way in this county. We supposed to do that. They had to stop recording the show. And the police officer on the thing was acting as he was so surprised that was going on. And maybe he didn't know because he was a black guy. Because they get separate training, I heard too. They don't get the same training. So when people are like, oh, he might be on their side, no, because they do this all blue is blue. Like I was a Marine, green is green, but it was still light green and dark green. And I knew a guy I went to school with, he was a police officer. He had to keep switching forces. I don't know if he's still a cop, unless he fight. I don't know what he's doing now. He said he's seen so much and he had to intervene. And he was like, his life was in danger. Because imagine him, 8 white cops and him. They can do anything. And then y'all in secluded area if something really going down. He said he had to leave him alone. I don't know what part of the police, I don't know if he's still a police officer or not, or if he retired by now. Because he was doing that since high school.
Welcome, that guy from Texas. Welcome. Ooh, let me fix this thing here for a minute. Welcome. Let me get you. If you want to come up, that guy from Texas, I'm putting the link in. If not, that's fine. That's fine.
Texas got some different gun laws too. I think it's weird how it's called the United States, but we all have different type of laws.
Different laws, yeah. Brother Khalid Muhammad, PBUH, gave great advice on how to handle these devils 20 years ago after Rodney King. Yeah, I remember that. I watched him on the Phil Donahue show, and I loved the way he talked back then. And I was a wee girl. So I loved, not a wee girl, but maybe in the teens. But I think that was the 1980s, late 1980s, right?
I was born in 82, so I don't know.
Yeah. 82 to late 89. What? That's about, you would have been 9 or 8 years old. Right? Let me see.
Yes, ma'am.
Somewhere in there. Yeah. So, and then he said that, and then let me see. We already read that. Okay, you said it right, because we are ultimate people that are part of nature. We're Mother Nature's choice people. Exactly.
You know what we forget about sometimes? How now it's kind of deep, not too deep. Mother Nature, the earth is the womb of a woman. You know why I say that?
Mm-hmm.
Everything grows. And when everything grows, we can eat from it. And just as our mother, when inside of her womb, there's a umbilical cord, and that's how it feeds us. Everything we need, it grows from the ground. But
Exactly.
we go out and kill animals and feed ourselves chemically induced drugs. They
But
take
that's
the
not. But that's not our fault, though.
no,
That
I
was
know, I
forced
know,
upon us. That was forced upon our people.
I
But our
know, I
people
know.
think it's now that a lot of people descend. You know, the problem is a lot of people, a lot of our half our people descend from the white woman, and half of us descend from the black woman. So no wonder we have this animosity towards each other because it's that it was put into us. It was made to be like this,
It's
and
not harmonic.
you know, it's just it's an awful ordeal, as far as I'm concerned. Just you know, but it's like a poison. So now a lot of us think that we relate, like you said, relationship. A lot of people do
Hmm.
feel like they have a relationship, and then some of us we're disconnected from that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we unplugged.
Yeah, some of us are just disconnected and unplugged from it. But
And you want to know where they get that if your
anyway,
father is black and that mean you black?
the one drop
That's
because they want to be able to accept, like, because most black men they can have a daughter that look ambiguous, look like she'll have hair like Caucasians, and she'll just look a little darker, but she'll have the same skin texture as a Caucasian. They
right. But you
won't be
know,
able to say that she's a black person.
right. You know where that come from though. You know where they actually get it from. That's why I think it white people is funny.
Hmm.
That's why I don't use the word alpha because I come from animals. But the one drop rule come from opium. They
It's a
originally
lie.
was
It came from the yeah. They lie. It came from the white people either way.
yeah, it came
They
from
wanted
opium.
they
They
wanted
was
to yeah, they
mm-hmm,
wanted to push off of on us. They wanted to
mm-hmm,
be able to lie and say they have and take over our identity and stuff like that. Let me show
right.
you this woman. Another woman lied about being black.
Oh yeah, the NAACP woman.
No, not that one.
The other woman that I was just reading about her. If that's the same one, then yeah, let's check it out.
It's a new one.
Mm-hmm. She
Uh,
just admitted. She just admitted that she
Jessica
was.
Jessica Krug.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Let me share this. I don't know how that did that. Ooh.
You hear about the Asian dude that say he was black so he can get all the scholarships and grants? He even like darkened his skin a little bit. That was funny. But I laughed at it. I don't have respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
That's
like
blackface.
right, he but I was looking up stuff. I don't know if I still want to do it for
Mm-hmm.
men and especially women for my city in New York State. There are so many programs for single mothers or for young women that's having troubled lives. I try to give them example. I try to guide them to it. A lot of them don't listen to me.
Mm-hmm. Jessica Krug, George Washington University professor, says she lied about being black. See what she look like? A U.S. academic whose work focuses on Africa and African diaspora has said she lied about being black. Jessica Krug, an associate professor at George Washington University, admitted that she was in fact a white Jewish woman from Kansas City. You see
Mm-hmm.
how psychotic they are? That is just beyond psychotic. I just can't get it. I can't get that. Black people don't have nothing. Nothing. But this
Go to the
woman who was
video.
white and Jewish had the audacity
Mm-hmm.
to try to take the one thing we do have, and that's blackness.
Go to the video with the white girl making it like she got plump black woman lips.
Oh
If you
no, I
sing,
don't have time for that shit. I've seen that. That looks stanky to me. Stank. I don't know how any black man can ever like some white woman with puffy up lips like that. It's just I don't get it. It's nasty. It's It's nasty.
DOD gonna laugh at me, but DOD, man, I live by these two Russian women. I guess you call them Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, brother.
Yeah, they're real Caucasians because they come from the Caucasus Mountains.
They kind of thick, man. They built like black women, man. I was getting enticed a little bit.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I know.
Don't do it.
I have built my life on a violent anti-black lie. A blog post written under Mrs. Krug's name read, "The university said it was investigating the blog post, but would not comment further. Ms. Krug's case, which has drawn surprise and condemnation from those who know her, bears strong parallels to Rachel Dolezal, a white race activist who claimed to be black." Wow.
Did she fight against racism and everything?
I doubt it.
That's what I'm saying. How could they confuse her then?
She's a walking contradiction. How can you be racism and fight against it at the same time? Huh?
Be fake against it. Like we saying it now. Trump, he fake against racism because he need the black Republicans to vote, and the new people the new angry black women, the already the bed buck black men. So they need them on his side because it don't matter anyway. It don't matter who really win, because if Biden win,
it really does. For black people, it's a waste of goddamn time because it doesn't matter which one wins. We're still going to be living under the same oppressive system.
Mm-hmm.
But people have some kind of hope that in these people that don't ever change. They're static characters, stagnant.
But we need Trump to win, like you said, because we need to be pushed. But if Biden win, we put it right back in our comfortability.
We're going to be rocked like a baby back to sleep.
Right.
We're going to be like listening to music like this. And they're going to be asking white women to do this for them. Hold on.
Smooth operator. Her son, okay, I ain't even going there, but no.
What'd you say?
Her son is he, she now. Everybody's, I don't get that new thing. Oh, you see the homosexual helped them pass a new law about pedophilia? Are you pedophilia?
They're gonna be asking, the white men are gonna be asking, the black men are gonna be asking the white women to do this. When Joe Biden becomes in office.
Oh, I'm having my summer. Yeah, I'm getting my summer rain. Hey. Is this summer rain?
No, this summer.
Oh, that was summer rain.
Just rock me, baby.
Oh, I'm like, who's that? That's Sade?
Oh, you want to see him? Let me let you see him.
I know this song. Why didn't it come to my head?
I'll let you see him. Let me put my thing on first. I gotta put my banner on. Ooh.
Don't put too much cream in that coffee.
Open up your eyes.
Oh yeah. DOD, how old is you?
I'm an old man.
You're not in your 30s?
No.
Oh man, I thought you was in your 30s.
So we better hope Joe Biden doesn't win, huh?
No, well, yeah.
They're gonna be like, Becky.
You know what's funny? A lot of black men don't like white women. I'm telling you, they don't.
I know. I'm just
Oh,
teasing the ones I know that do. Oh, how about that?
that's like the backslide alternative, and they might come back. But then when black men come back, black women don't accept them.
Not after they've been down that road. It's kind of hard.
But we accept black women.
I don't.
Ah,
I would not. I would not be. I would not be with a sister if she been with a white. Not me.
exactly. I don't blame you, DOD. I don't blame, and I don't blame people for having those barriers, because I think we all should have boundaries, and that's the problem. We don't have boundaries, set boundaries.
I don't. I just started. I dated a woman that did. And she kept telling me stuff, and it kept turning me off. And after her, that was more recently, like 2 years ago. I said, "Yeah, I don't want to sleep with a black woman that slept with a white man." But then that's why I had to stop messing with my pay for booty women, because they all mess with white men. They love them white men. So like, dang, I can't even mess with them no more. So now like,
the things
I need to go.
the things they require you to do in those relationships, they like orgies, they're just wild. It's like wild animalistic things, telling you, like having the animals involved. It's just gross stuff they like to do. So I really don't blame anybody, because my relationship was with the first Caucasian. He wanted all those things, but I wasn't that type of girl to do those things. I didn't like those things.
Wow, that's interesting to hear. I know that they like that.
That's why
but
I had psychological abuse, racism, and emotional abuse. So.
You know what the Caribbean chick told me? Like she used to be my manager. She was young. She was 23. I was 33, 32. She said the sweetest guy she ever been was a white guy. But here's the kicker. She found out he was racist. And she still was called. I say, so he's the sweetest white guy still? She said yes, besides his racism. Well, she's Caribbean, so I didn't really expect. As I learned more and started talking to more Caribbean women, they are taught, even their grandmothers teach them that if you don't be with the man of your same ethnicity, I guess Caribbean is ethnicity, right? And you don't be with them, then you be with a white man. You don't be with a black American man. I was like, wow.
Is that what they told them?
If they don't be with their own race men, the next man is the white man. They don't be with black American men. They're not supposed to be with. That's like almost like usually the white man would be the taboo, but no. Yep, they're tainted. Like once you be with white.
So their father wants them to be with somebody white.
Yeah, if they can't be with their own race, their own ethnicity. I mean,
why not?
I don't know. That's Caribbean. I don't know. I didn't really.
Oh, because they're turning themselves into multicultural over there. Huh? Because I hear people talk about black Chinese, black this, black that over there, and I'm like, wow. They just love it. Melting pot. I think it's a programming. To be a melting pot. Because even my parents, when they first met my husband, they were a little funny. So it took some time, especially my mom, who was really had her, because her experience in the 70s with African man was a bad relationship, because he was supposed to take her out for a date. He asked her for a date, and he never did come and pick her up. And then when she called, he said, "I'm busy watching Miss America on television." And back then Miss America was white. So my mom didn't trust Africans.
Why do our women get mad at us so easy but can forgive? But I'm thankful for my mother, because she's been through
my mom did not forgive the Africans. She to this day she still thinks that they like to cheat. They like to, they'll
I
go
know.
up and leave you, because many of her friends had them where they up and went back to Africa and left them with their children. You know,
Yeah.
so it's stuff like that, but not everybody's the same.
Your mother never dated white men, did she?
No, hell no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
My stepdad, I got a video I did on my stepdad. And
I'll have to go check it
I
out
wanted
then.
to talk about him 1 second, because he was the example of the Black American man.
Okay.
A great example of the Black American man. He kept his car nice. He kept his house nice. He built things like, we always had rental property. But if he saw something that he needed to fix, he'd fix it. You know, well, he'll make the landlord fix the major things. But if it was like stairs, for instance, our stairs were wooden, right? He took and he put carpet down, our own carpet, some used carpet he got somewhere. And he just makes, you know, he made made our house nice.
Made it a home.
Any place we lived, he did everything. Our yard was beautiful, probably the best yard in the whole community, and we lived in a white poor neighborhood. And we had the best house in that neighborhood.
I bet.
Best cars, kept his car nice. Just beautiful. A beautiful.
He had a Cadillac?
Yeah, he always loved his Cadillacs.
Yep.
And just, I mean, the beautiful life living there. And sometimes when you live in their parents' house, you don't realize how great it is. I mean, you know your memories and stuff. You have your great time, but you also have your time when you rebellious and you're hateful and you're just angry. And majority of my time was spent like that, not recognizing the greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to the older.
Yeah, because I had more put into me, but I was outside. And wanting what was outside, which was the being like these other people, like these Caucasians, hanging around these Caucasian girls and wanting all that life. And then I learned the hard way about that life, being out on the streets. And
but then you finally seen your life, and you said, "Look at mine."
I want my life to be different. Yes, I want to be different than what I see out there. I'm getting more values, more strong values from in the home. Even though it was a battle growing up, but nothing like having a Black father who has value in himself, and he bestows that in his family and his children. You know, so that was great, and I think all Black children should have a Black father, and I don't understand how we allow them to defeat us in that way. You know what I'm saying? But not providing a father for every Black child in this country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though I wasn't his child, and neither was my brother, my other brother. But he did have the last baby was his child. My youngest brother was his child. So the two of us, he took in and he immediately wanted to adopt us, but I said no. You know, he immediately wanted to adopt us, but it took me some time. You know, now I would have allowed him to, but he's passed away now, you know.
Rest his soul, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
brother told me, he said, if a woman have a baby with a man and they don't work out, they still live under the same roof. And every baby that this man make, that baby should live under the same roof. I don't know. He just said that. We was talking, but then it's like I thought about that. Like he right. Why is the woman, especially for us, I'm just speaking on us, why do she want another man that's not, like you said, adopting your children or adopting her children to be in their life? And why is she so hard? Why is the two so hard up on each other? That goes back to the Civil War, the gender war. And she don't want him near. People like, oh, he a good father. No, you not. And I always said this. How you a good father when the woman you made the child with living in a whole different building than you do. So that means you got to travel to see her, and then the time is less with the child. How are you being a father? You're not being a father. You're just being a dad.
Exactly.
But people hate when I talk as that, then they start getting mad at me.
Yeah, a father
Mhm.
sit down, and when his crazy-headed daughter comes up to him and says, "I'm feeling a certain way," or "I need to talk," he'll sit there and listen, and he'll give good advice.
Right.
He'll say like, something crazy, but he'll give good advice, because
Right.
he understands, he's been there. He's been a teenager. He's been someone that, out of balance, because teenagers go through an out of balance state, and they need to be balanced. And he always balanced me because he had me look at things from a higher perspective in a different manner. Because in my standpoint, I saw the world as weird for a while. You see the world like that, and you need a better perspective than, especially from an older person. You know what I'm saying? And to help you move forward, and a lot of times discussions move you forward. So that's important. That's the difference between being a dad and a father. A father sits down and listens to you, and and either have you laughing or crying. Mothers have you crying too afterwards, telling their stories.
Watch the movie Courageous. It's about, I think it's four firefighters. It's like one of them Christian home movies. It's a good movie though. And the black father, they do like this ring at church. But the black father like take his daughter out on a date and show her how a man supposed to treat her. I forgot the question she had asked him, and he was saying, "Because I honor you," and he was giving her not that false sense of like I was telling you about Steven Jackson, that he got millions and just giving his daughter stuff. He was giving her the love that a father should give a daughter. So when a man approach you, he ain't got to approach you with money, but he got to approach you with respect. How he care about you, how he treat about you, how he think about you. And if he don't, that daughter she was finally, when he said that, she started crying and stuff because she didn't feel as the father loved her. Then she learned like, wow, he do love me. It's just she finally got to understand what her father love was to her, and it wasn't what she seen her friends get with their boyfriends and everything else. And she took a promise ring to keep her virtue, her virtue and everything. I thought that was a beautiful. It was other parts. It was like a Italian father, the white guy. The white guy was the one on drugs, and he had to break out of that. So it was pretty good. But you know what TV station they don't talk about that they show a lot of crazy white guys on? Lifetime.
Lifetime. No,
my mother watch it. I think
crazy.
my mother love watching now. I don't know. I'm gonna ask her one day. I'm gonna say, Mom, do you enjoy white women in pain or something? Because she watched that religiously.
But when I was coming up, Lifetime had white women plotting to murder people, murder the white man, and murder his family so she can get the riches.
Right.
Those were true stories, though, because one of the stories were about a woman and she married a rich man in Kentucky, where I came from, and but she had I think she had a boyfriend or something who was into this militia thing.
Okay.
And he was very militant, like, and they plotted to kill this rich man or something. That's how, and I think they end up killing him. And it was just one of them weird.
Yeah, them movies be crazy on Lifetime. I was like, wow, they talking about white men don't kill. Like you said, they real movies, real life events.
Exactly, true stories. They always take a true story and put it on Lifetime. Yeah.
Or even Law and Order. Oh my God, on Law and Order, I just be like watching. I say, man, the people, these black women that against black men. Oh, I learned why that one lady changed her name to Beyond Black and White Elite, but she went to Pink Pill. I didn't write it down. I should have. The Pink Pill stand for the order of when they is literally designed for our black women to get away from black men. That's what the Pink Pill is made for now. And I was kind of really shocked at that.
So the pink pill is to do what? The pink pill
The
does
pink
what?
pill, just as not a men say the blue pill, I think. The pink pill, she went away from Beyond Black and White Elite because I think her husband was elite, but he divorced her. Supposedly, maybe that was for show. And her daughter all jacked up, her daughter out there homosexual, but she changed it to pink pill because she's not with him, but she's still on her path because she already, I call it whitewashing. She whitewashed, so she changed her channel to the pink pill. So she do seminars. It's designed for black women. They call it Blackistan, Black Wakanda, to come away from black men, to pull them all away. That means their hearts and mind no longer, because they say property, I look at you as property and all that. It's to pull their hearts and mind, their spirits and soul from the black men. And she do conferences, and they sell out. So if you go city to city and you meet 100 new women every new city, and then they say you circulate back to that city within a month time frame, they're making $50, $60, $80 off of each one. What's that?
Stolen legacy. This is what I always remember about these Caucasians. They still. So I would never do anything. I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to get out of it, escape. So I'm not trying to be ally with them. I'm not trying to be friends. I'm not even trying to even see walking down the street past them. I like to have our own cities, our own place of refuge.
You start at home, as you said. For now, do everything at home you can.
Exactly.
With your daughters, you got 2 daughters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one look as she's about to be a teenager, or not teenager, but like 11, 10.
Yeah, she's a teenager, and then I have
a teenager. Oh, wow.
4-year-old going on 5. Yeah, 2.
Okay. So the teenager, she be around everybody just about, and she hear everything now. Like you said, she going through her stage. You know, you was a young lady one time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I remember well, because actually the age that she is now is the age my grandmother passed.
Oh no.
Yeah, was the age my grandma. No, stop. These children are doing too much. Well, guys,
Terry said he got that book.
Yeah, I know. I saw his comment.
Yeah.
Caucasians have no. Wow, they're doing too much. I'm gonna have to close it up because I'm about ready to go crazy.
Yeah, they about to start back school. What on Tuesday?
Next week. Yeah, Tuesday. Remember Malcolm X? Coffee.
We can't wait for that DOD. When you meet your lady yet?
What's that?
You meet your lady yet, or nobody in the picture, or nothing, no dating or going out?
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I got somebody. I got someone.
Oh,
are
that's
you
good.
dating now? You dating now?
Yeah.
No.
That's good.
No. Your hands. Wash your hands.
I'm gonna be last in my family and last in my graduating class.
Okay, he says, I remember Malcolm X coffee analogy when he said, if you put too much cream in your coffee, you can't tell if it's coffee anymore. We liked it as children. My grandmother drank coffee every morning, or she'll make it for my granddaddy, and we'll put more sugar in it or cream to make it like hot chocolate.
Y'all made it to hot chocolate. Wow.
To make it sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all like the espressos or frappuccinos.
What? I'll help you. Go sit down. Go.
Yeah, I'm not a big coffee drinker, so I really don't know about cappuccinos or.
Yeah, it says here,
I
yes.
don't think I've ever had.
No.
Terry says, yes, sis, I've always thought there's a war for supremacy going on inside each of us with the white and black blood, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what happens. We either love or hate it. We're going to either love or hate ourselves. That's why we're at the point where the wheat is going to be separated from the tare, because we're wheat. We're healthy wheat, but
I
we
ain't
can
cutting you
very
off.
well.
I'm not cutting you off. My phone
Okay.
about to cut off.
Oh, you
Because
fine.
for some reason when I'm doing this, my phone get really hot and it don't charge.
Okay.
Yeah, mine does too. Yeah, mine does too.
I need
Yeah,
a laptop.
I won't be much longer. It's
Right.
like,
But
so basically, the ones of us who go towards the Caucasian, which is our destruction, is just a representation of our destruction. But we don't see it that way. We're gonna end up changing into the form of them, because eventually our children are gonna end up being white again. And we're gonna, so that, what did it do? It destroyed the blackness. It took it away. So if you stay the wheat and they become the tares, why do we worry over really death? Should we be concerned with death if we are to live and stay black? You know what I'm saying? You know, live. That's life. To me, that's more life. Even though they try to marginalize our life and to put the glass ceiling on how high our life can go, ultimately we have the power for ourselves, and we have to recognize that and stop being under them, understanding, and start understanding self, that higher self. Am I making any sense, guys?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. I'm gonna do another video later on this next week, because I talked about energy yesterday. I'm gonna dig deeper into energies, because I talked about pretty much starting with the self, and then we're gonna do some other activities with energies.
Now I'm not sure if you have anything planned for tomorrow, but I won't be available.
Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm just gonna relax and relax, because I woke up, I was in pain today. So
What kind of pain you having?
the same old back, going around
Yeah.
here, the gut a little bit, just same pain. I didn't even get to run today. I was just really not feeling well. So I got myself up and just decided to use that energy and that power within myself to do that little bit, you know. I was supposed to have been outside doing this show, but I needed to show the stuff on the computer. So I was like, I'll just stay home, let the kids play outside on the bike.
Yeah, I didn't even plan to do anything today on YouTube at all.
Mm-hmm.
I put some videos out so I wouldn't have to worry about, I keep consistent doing something, but I didn't plan on doing anything. But I didn't tell you. I didn't let you know in advance, so I didn't want you to think that I was shunning you or, anything like that. So.
Oh no, you're fine. I know you're busy. It's a lot.
But tomorrow definitely won't be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, DOD. Well, I'm gonna close up from everybody. Let me thank everybody for coming out. Thank you, DOD. Thank you, Slot Jones, Camp Powhatan. Even though you're stalking me, give me a hard time. Okay, you're fine. Terry, shout out to Terry. Thank you for being here. Indigenous Coppertone Cohen, thank you. First time visitor. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for being here and putting in some words. That guy from Texas, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And Ortho, thank you so much, brother, for being up on the panel today. And with that said, to all, always remember true love, real peace is what we need. And it all starts from the higher self within, the soul. Until next time, peace.
Peace, Cherry. Peace, everybody. Peace, Blackberry.
Peace. Okay.